Hello and welcome to the installment of the IronCast.
What was that?
I don't know what number we're on.
Yeah, okay.
We missed a couple weeks there.
It's been a busy month.
Yeah, what exactly happened?
We're jumping right into that?
Nope. So my name's Colin Wilson. I am your host, along with...
I'm Justin Kampf.
And together we are...
The IronCast. What are you going to say it together?
Okay, one, two, three, go.
The Iron...
Is it on go or is it on three?
3, 2, 1 IronCast.
3, 2, 1.
IronCast.
That was good.
That was great.
That was good. No, we didn't even practice that. I don't know if you can tell. So anyways, yeah, we've had a long layoff here. It's been busy. Things have been crazy. Things have been chaotic for everybody. All two of us. So let's...
Well, the last time we talked, it was right before the conference.
This
did
is
we do
true.
we did one after.
Yeah.
We did one after, yes, that's correct.
Yeah, that conference. I forgot all about that.
So much has happened since that last one.
Like what?
I'm glad you asked. Wow, this is like 6 weeks of my life.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
We didn't talk about my powerlifting meet, did we?
No, ladies and gentlemen, please grab yourself a beverage.
Popcorn.
Kick back in your favorite chair.
Put duds
because
in it.
This is going to be a fun ride. This is your favorite roller coaster verbalized. All right, here we go.
Okay. So the powerlifting meet.
Powerlifting meet.
It was great. There's 13 of us. We set a ton of state records. I personally didn't because I'm the runt in the litter.
Yep. Well,
a strong runt, a very, very strong runt.
But as the coach, you're expected to motivate. Mm-hmm. When you're spending 99% of your time making everyone else better, I can't. I understand, and I think it's okay.
But I was pretty happy. It took so long for us to get ready to squat. Like, obviously, Corey and I were in the same flight. We didn't even choose it. It's kind of like destiny, Speaking of Corey, he gave me like 5 new V-necks, and they're all mediums.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like, how does he
getting bigger or is he getting smaller?
I think he's emptying out his wardrobe for fresh new clothes.
I actually just recently did that.
It's such a tradition right now to talk about Corey Russell in the beginning of everything, and how pretty he is.
Yeah, he is.
Has he ever smiled at you and looked right in your eyes?
Once last summer, and it was magical because the sun it reflected off of... Oh.
I believe in unicorns because of Corey Russell.
Yeah. Corey Russell.
Oh, wait, what?
He actually takes our ability to enunciate words out of our mouths while we talk about him. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, Corey, if you're listening...
Corey Russell. Anyways. Yeah, so we actually had to wait for like 8 hours to squat.
Legitimately 8 hours?
Okay, we got there at 9.
Are you pulling an Archer right now?
No, we got there at 9. We didn't,
literally or figuratively?
Literally, we didn't squat until 4, so that's like 7 hours.
Wow.
Right? If I'm doing the math right?
I don't know what time you started.
9 to we didn't squat till like 4. But I opened with 365. That was obviously easy.
Oh, yeah. That's a warm-up weight for anybody.
And then Oh, backstory before the powerlifting meet.
Oh, boy.
I started getting sick 5 days before it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go home. I gotta go to the doctors. This is not gonna happen. And this is like when I had to cut water weight too. I had strep throat.
That sucks.
Before the powerlifting meet. So
Did you get this from hanging out with Mike?
No, Mike.
Wait, he had mono.
He had
right?
mono.
Oof.
Yeah, I think one of my athletes gave it to me. But
one of your athletes gave you mono?
No, I didn't have mono. I had strep throat, but everyone was coming in just coughing all over the place. And I'm like, so help me God if I get sick. And I did. So I was just laying at home for like 2 days, just trying to recover. And on the last day, go ahead.
Did you get antibiotics?
I did.
So, real quick, segue, now that I'm thinking about it. Eric, sorry, I just had a lot of nuts in my mouth.
Mixed
nuts. And they're stuck to my throat. You ever have that happen where you're talking and it's like stuck in your throat? And
No, I chew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, Eric Wood, shout out to you because I think you were the one that told me about this. Apparently, I haven't done the research. I don't know if this is true. I'm just taking his word for it because I don't see any reason why he would lie to me. But apparently, to be funny and to get me to make an ass of myself in front of literally dozens of people around the Baker's dozens of people. We probably lost a couple though.
We did
in our absence.
They were so
we're down to
loyal,
dozens of fans. Apparently, the Russians back in the day, which according to Dane Cook was a Tuesday, they would actually intentionally get their athletes sick, like a week or two, before a large competition.
Yeah.
So that way, because the body obviously produces white blood cells and whatnot to fight off the infection, and apparently, like, you do really, really well coming out of being sick. Plus the antibiotics and whatnot in your system. So apparently, I haven't done the research. I can't verify this. If you, our devoted listeners, would like to comment or inform us further, that would be great. I would appreciate it. But
I need to see the research.
Yeah, I need to see the research.
Yeah.
I need to see it in front of me. I need somebody to read it to me because I can't read.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Because my eyes hurt,
Yes.
not because I physically lack the ability to read.
Dyslexic.
No, I actually my eyesight because of my migraines.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awful. That's another story for another time.
Colin's Migraines podcast.
Okay, so you're
I was
sick.
So I'm laying in bed, and the last 24 hours, I'm supposed to cut water weight because I competed at 181. I was like not 81.
Right.
And obviously, when you have strep throat, you want to stay hydrated. And obviously, when you want to cut water weight, you don't want to be hydrated. But so I'm just laying in bed. I'm like, okay, I gotta have fluids, obviously. So I come back to Cortland right before I'm supposed to weigh in. It's the weigh-in's on Friday, and I'm down in a sauna. I weigh 187 pounds, and
What did you want to get down to?
I had to be 181.
Okay.
So I'm in the sauna, and I'm in there with my sweatshirt on and pants on, and I'm just like, why am I not sweating? I'm in a sauna, I've got sweatshirt on, and I have pants on. And there's a bike in there, so I started going on the bike, and I'm like, why am I not sweating? And I think when you're in a sauna, you're not supposed to be that clothed, I guess. So
was there other people in there with you?
no, it was just me. But
awesome.
I was down there. I was there for an hour and a half in the sauna. I was going out like every 10 minutes to weigh myself. I'm like,
Where was this?
It's in the wrestling room.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm like, this is going so slow. And, like, I'm in a stupor in the last, half an hour. But then my brother and his friend Steve came down. I'm like, oh, thank you, God, for coming down here to keep me conscious while I go through this.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept going out, and my clothes were disgusting. I probably should throw them away. And I finally made it down to the weight. And then we went in and we weighed in. And I think, 13 of us, maybe, 8 of us cut weight throughout the whole entire thing. So within 24 hours, if you take the 8 of us that cut weight, the weight that we gained back in 24 hours, 8 times maybe 15 pounds a person. Mm-hmm. What's that, 120? It's 120. Mm-hmm. 120 pounds probably gained back in 24 hours. That's fluid and food.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I chugged a gallon of water right after.
I've been lucky enough to never have to do a weight cut. My pre-legal MMA...
You lost a lot of weight, though.
Yeah, I did it. I wanted to fight at the weight I was walking around at. So I was underweight. I fought at 135, and I weighed in under that.
Yeah.
So it was actually, I weighed in at 135 fully clothed.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
And I mean, the other guy, was...
I was ready to drop my pants to make weight.
Yeah, so I gotta say, I've seen the wrestlers do it and whatnot. It just doesn't look fun.
It's not.
And they just look so emaciated and just so tired. It's like I felt great. Honestly, I probably could have fought 2 more fights that day. Yeah. Because I just felt so energized, and it was my natural weight, so I just felt good. But yeah, the other guy you could tell fatigue was setting in. Mm-hmm. But back to your story, sir.
Yeah. So then after we weighed in, we went to Chipotle, which was a beautiful, beautiful thing. I was eating my burrito, and...
Were there any guys with guns in there?
No, wait.
That was down in Texas.
There's guns in Chipotle in Texas?
Oh, you didn't know?
No.
It's some gun rights group, Open Carry Texas or something like that. Dudes just walked into Chipotle with, big assault rifles, and they're, Oh,
I just want the burrito.
It's my right to have a gun everywhere I go. I must have one.
I'm Arnold in Texas.
Yeah, I know. I
Why?
don't know why people need to have guns constantly.
That's such an Austrian accent. Texas would be like...
Things are bigger in Texas.
He's like, what am I? Stupid. No, I'm Texas. What's the difference?
What is
It's
that?
from SpongeBob.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they just walked into Chipotle because I can't tell you how many times I wish I had an assault rifle in Chipotle.
Yeah, agreed. Anyways.
0 times is the answer to that.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, so okay. So you're in
I had a
Chipotle.
burrito.
Just one?
I started crying, I think.
Was so happy?
So happy.
Tears of joy.
And then I walked across the okay, I didn't walk across the street. That's a lie. I was lazy.
Crawl.
We drove across
Oh.
the street to Five Guys where I ate a double bacon burger as well.
Women
Yeah.
be shopping.
Nice. But
Nice.
yeah, and then we had team dinner that night, and then the next morning we went to the meet. I ended up, I just did a full circle. I went from my opener squat to 24 hours before, and now we're back to my opener squat.
I feel like we
It's
did some
Tarantino.
Tarantino. We
Tarantino'd it.
Tarantino'd this
Yeah.
story.
And so, then I went to 405, and I went too deep on it. It went up. I got the weight up, and I'm like that was good, right? And he's like, yeah, that's exactly what we want. And then
It was too
it
good.
was too good. And then I did 420, and I got to the bottom of the squat, and I
Your
actually
intestines just shot out.
almost. I actually
Oh, no.
folded a little bit. I
Oh.
rounded a little bit. My ribs went right into my belt. I lost all my air.
You lost your tension?
I lost my tension, and I'm like, this isn't good. But I still got it up.
Really?
Yeah, so I got a 420
Wow.
squat, which is actually
With terrible form.
With terrible form. So that's up 50, 65 pounds from the one I did last year.
Hot damn.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So now I can actually kind of say, hey, when someone asks me how much I squat, I can be like, 420.
With bad form.
With bad form.
No big deal.
There's no way it would have been good form no matter what I did.
But
then-
trying to regain tension at what? No way. Not happening.
Yeah. And then bench press. Who cares about bench press?
Yeah.
Honestly.
Arms are for gorillas.
I'm going to take your thing real quick. Ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes. If it wasn't for how terrible my bench press was, I would be placing probably second. I came in third, but I usually come in first for deadlift. I'm like top notch for squat. And for bench press, I'm always consistently coming in dead last.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I had fun with it.
That's good.
I only got 245. I know. Do you even lift?
Barely.
No, barely. I have these monkey arms. They're so long.
I mean, you gotta. If it's something, is this something you really, really enjoy competing in?
I love competing.
Do you really, really want to make this a lifelong thing?
It will be.
Then you need.
I gotta get my bench
you need
press
to,
up.
Yeah, you need to focus on it because
I
I
do.
know, ladies and gentlemen, I obviously work out at the same gym that Justin and Corey work out in, and I can tell you, 9 times out of 10 when I see them in the gym, they're doing some squat day or some deadlift day.
We love legs.
Rarely do I see them work on bench press. So when he says he's not that good at bench press, it's because he doesn't do it ever.
I hate it.
He hates it.
Yeah.
And therein lies the issue. If he wants to be competitive,
I gotta get it up.
he's gotta get it up.
If I get 275, I'll be very happy. I think that's doable. I think that's respectable.
What at your weight class? What should you be doing?
More. Like that.
Okay.
Like honestly, it's not when you get 181 bench press and 245 isn't terrible, but I should be 275. Like Corey got 290.
Okay.
He could have got I think he got.
Did you
300.
and Corey went in the same weight class? You said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So and then along comes the deadlift, and that was it took so long to squat. And then as soon as we got to the bench press, it was bench press and then immediately deadlift. We were warming up on our deadlifts, and we didn't even know that our flight was up. So I had to go from 405 on my warm-up right to 500 on my opener.
Oh,
and then I
man.
got that. And my hamstring was cranky from the squat because of the bad form.
Mm-hmm.
And then because we didn't have that much time to warm up. But then so I had this ridiculous idea in my head. Going into this meet, let's call it lifting hubris, ancient Greek word.
Okay.
Which, and I'm like, guess what I'm going to do today? 600-pound deadlift. That's what. I had gotten 555 in the gym. I had gotten 540 in my last meet. I got 540 like 3 weeks before. I was at James Smith's gym. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do 600. And it was completely ridiculous. Like, I don't know what I'm even thinking. 600? No way. Not yet.
Mm-hmm.
And so Corey and I both went from 500 to 560. Like a bunch of jabronis.
Good word.
Good word. And Corey didn't get it. He came close. And then I get the weight up, and it goes right off the floor. Great. I'm inches away from lockout, and I can't push my butt through to stand up straight.
You got too big of a butt.
No, it needs to be bigger. And I'm holding it for like 6 seconds.
Oh my god.
Like just like, oh, come on. And I couldn't, like, I don't know how I held it in my hands. It's a lot of weight that long. I just really wanted it, and I didn't get it. And the next try, I obviously missed it too. I got it up a little bit, but
you're already
not good.
You shot your wad.
I did ammonia for the first time.
Ammonia?
Yeah, like smelling salts.
Really?
Yeah, like you like.
How was that?
Oh,
Was it weird?
It was weird.
Yeah.
It was like you smell it, and it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like you just smelled ammonia, and you're like,
Yeah. A couple of years ago, some of the guys at Tomic just for training would do it, and I would just be like,
unnecessary.
yeah, I feel like you'd save those little
Was it
tricks.
Joe?
It was Joe.
Joe, unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Joe, this is a wag of the finger to you.
No tip of the hat.
No tip of the hat.
Unforgivable.
Yeah.
You remember that video?
Yeah. from
Waffle fries.
From like 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I remember my friends wouldn't tell me what they kept quoting it. I'm like, guys, what's that from? They wouldn't show me the video.
Just trying to keep you in the dark.
I know.
Jerks.
Anyways, and that was the meet.
Hubris flew too close to the sun, right?
No, that's Icarus.
Icarus.
Hubris is like overconfidence.
Ah.
It's not a character.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
This whole time I've been sitting here thinking,
How is he like Icarus? But it makes sense. I
There's
flew
the is.
too close to the sun.
That's what I thought. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. You were trying too much.
Yeah.
And you burned and fell to the earth.
If by request, for the next podcast, we'll do a refresher on ancient Greek mythology.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I love Greek mythology.
It's interesting.
It's awesome.
It's very cool.
It's so cool. It's the only religious system I believe in, actually.
I believe in Thor, I think, now. I think I'm switching my religion over.
Losing my religion. Yeah,
I'm unfamiliar.
REM.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Yes.
Thor would be a good religion to have.
Well, it would be Norse something.
No, it would be Thor.
It would be Thor.
I believe in Thor.
I just believe in Chris Hemsworth.
I believe in the Shield.
Yeah.
WWE
I
reference.
saw something that said it was like a political thing to vote for Odin, and it's like Obama says I'll like won't raise taxes, and like so and so says something else, and then Odin says I'll banish or like I'll destroy the frost giants, and then it's like do you see any frost giants left? Who are you gonna vote for? Odin.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyways, but back to we have so many tangents.
And I love every single one of them.
Powerlifting meet, almost all of us placed, which is great. The girls on our team kicked absolute butt.
Yeah, I heard
Oh my
they
God.
killed it.
Carrie was smiling like the whole time while she's like squatting 240 and like I just did a IPA world record.
No big deal.
Yeah, that's not how you sound, Carrie. I apologize. That was not right. That wasn't nice of me. But she killed it. Shelby killed it. Nancy killed it. And then Chrissy, a girl that we let her on our team even though she's from Ithaca.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
I see.
Wow. It just doesn't taste good in my mouth.
Another tangent. My wife and I went to Destiny USA.
Nice.
Carousel Mall for you upstate people who have been here for longer than a couple years. They have this thing as you're walking in, this congratulations 2014 graduates, and it has like Cornell, Colgate, Ithaca, SUNY Oswego, RIT, Buffalo, like basically every major school in New York State they think, no Cortland.
Ouch.
And I think they just don't want to be associated with us.
Probably because of Cortica.
Cortica, yeah. It's
shame on you. Another
another wag of the finger
to not just the Cortland students, but the kids that came from the other schools.
Yeah. Because you don't understand the impact, the larger picture. Like I feel like kids nowadays just don't.
They don't get it.
Get the larger picture of things because I can tell you right off the get go, there's a lot of places that no longer wanted teacher candidate placements. For like observation hours and stuff. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't want to be associated with Cortland. A lot of people lost a lot of opportunities because of your stupidity and your ignorance. So that is, I could do an entire podcast on how furious I am about that whole situation because now my resume, I'm a graduate of SUNY Cortland. Oh, that's a party school, huh? Yeah. No, when I went there, it was an academic school. Well, actually, it was a sports school. That's another thing. Grinds my gears.
We are a very athletic school, which isn't a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing, but we just need to bring up our academics to catch up to the sports. Like the library is closed constantly. Yeah. The gym is open constantly.
I love the library.
I do too. That's where a lot of work gets done, and yet it's closed all the time. So that was
it's open until 10 in the summer. It's like 7:45 to 10.
Really?
Yeah.
It's open more during the summer than it is the school year.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So that tangent just happened.
Oh, yeah.
You were talking about the girls lifting weights.
Yeah, they killed it.
Oh, I see.
Ithaca, yeah. Yeah, but the girls did work. It was awesome. Very proud, ladies. So the team grew. Like initially a year ago, it was just
a couple inches.
Yeah, and the year ago it was just me and my friend Russell, and then we actually had like two friends that were there that we weren't even a team.
Mm-hmm.
And then
just a group of guys that just so happened to be at the same place. They knew each other.
Yeah. Well, my friend Russell and I had planned it, but then 6 months after my first one, we had I think it was like 6 or 7 people, and then it grew to 13.
That's awesome.
So it's just growing, and it's really awesome. It's like it's students, and we're Z Squad,
Z Squad,
killing it. We're the youngest team there, but we're still killing it. So, Anyways, that was the powerlifting.
And if you don't know,
now you know.
Now you know.
Yeah.
Women be shopping.
We have to link in that video.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah. We'll have Dave Chappelle.
Yeah. I'll actually put his
picture.
Oh, I was just gonna say put his audio over mine every time. It's just a reminder for me when I go back and edit this that this is where I insert Dave Chappelle quotes.
Yes.
All right.
So
I wish I had a soundboard. Just hit the button.
All I know, I can do Yoshi noises.
Prove it.
That's spot on.
That was pretty good.
If I die.
I can do Waluigi. Waluigi.
I can do Bane.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Huh?
What should I say?
Words.
I'm going to have to kill you.
That doesn't...
I sound exactly like Bane if he aged 50 years.
and he was a cute old man.
And if he had a walker.
Oh, that's...
Reason I'm in a nursing home and I'm... Yes.
What would happen to you if I took that mask off?
Something. I'd probably have to take my medicine.
That's an old man Bane voice.
Yeah, old man Bane. If Bane ever had the opportunity to get old, that's exactly what he would sound like for sure.
He would sound precisely like that.
Tom Hardy's a monster.
His traps.
Whew. What was that? What was that? The
Warrior.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah.
Oh man,
would it be bad if I shed a tear?
I definitely shed a tear. Just the
I wept
during the whole relationship between him and his father. It was so
turbulent is the word.
Turbulent is exactly the word.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm tearing up. Good thing there was no video cameras.
It was a really good movie.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, Warrior, check it out.
Mm-hmm. We're not getting a commission for this.
No, we're not. We're not getting paid. I wish. We should get like a nickel every time we say it, though. Warrior. Ultimate Warrior died.
I know.
That's sad. He literally got inducted into the Hall of Fame on Saturday, was on Monday Night Raw, gave a very almost like self-fulfilling prophecy kind of promo, and then that night or the next day died. He's like, in life, every warrior will beat his last heartbeat and breathe his last breath of air, but as long as what you've done in your life makes the blood flow faster, like something like that.
Memorized it.
Basically, I love wrestling. In case our dedicated fan base has not become aware of this yet, WWE it's still real to me. Damn it. So Stanley Cup playoffs are going on, or not even the finals.
Well, I was just in California. That's where it is, right? I didn't just sound stupid, did I?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
LA Kings versus New York Rangers. Game 1 was last night. That was, Rangers went up 2-0, lost 3-2 in overtime.
I've never been a hockey fan.
I'm sorry to hear that.
This is what
I'm going to shed a tear. I'm going to shed more tears.
But you got to listen though.
No,
I'm a fan of whatever teams I work with. So I watch a lot of the Cortland hockey games.
Nice. Okay.
So, I didn't watch that many sports on TV, but I went to I had to have gone to like 60 games. Okay, that's an exaggeration. I had to have gone to like 45 games this year. Not
a
just
very
hockey, but like
large number of games.
Yeah, I went to a ton of games.
Yeah. So.
What else?
What
happened after the powerlifting meet?
After the powerlifting meet, because you've been all over the world.
I've been all over the world.
How about your trip to India?
India.
That was impressive.
It was great.
You rode a camel?
Never happened.
Oh, right. Okay.
That was a different.
That was a dream I had about you. Weird.
Odd.
Okay. Just kidding.
I went to Kansas City though.
Oh yeah, for a conference, right?
I went to a conference in Kansas City, which was it was great. Great. So imagine
Did you network?
I networked so hard.
That's so awesome.
But imagine to me, I'm picture me as Harry Potter and in equate.
I'm just gonna cut off the Potter and just picture you Harry with a beard because Justin doesn't have a beard.
No, I don't. Equate wizardry to lifting weights.
You are
and
the
being
chosen
smart
one?
and doing Okay,
Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm just a wizard. Let's just say that. I'm trying to say that to
You're
me.
Ronald Weasley.
I'm not Ronald Weasley. I would be more like a Cedric Diggory, I think.
So you're a martyr?
No, before I die.
Okay.
Before I'm killed. But it's sometimes I love what I do.
Mm-hmm.
And I love talking about what I do. And you and me can talk, but sometimes I feel like if I'm just talking to other people and I'm just but do you lift? So they're like muggles.
Muggles.
That's what I was trying to draw.
Okay, so that's the only comparison.
Yes.
I took it way too far.
You did. But it was so great being around people that are like-minded
individuals.
And it's not for me, I consider myself someone who loves to lift, but who also I dedicate a ton of time to research.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to talk to people. If I just wanted, look, cool, you're a meathead, you lift 5,000 pounds, but
do you
love
know
bro science?
Yeah. Do you know why you're able to do that? Do you understand what you've done to get to that point? Could you coach somebody else to get to that point?
Yeah.
Or is it just me smash weights? Bah!
Yeah, that stereotype.
Or gamma rays.
Gamma rays. I would need some of those.
Yeah. I would take 3.
I'm taking multiple. But the people there they lift and they're interested in learning more about what they do. They like the research. I met Brett Contreras for the first time. I've spoken to him before.
Hold on. I didn't have my hard hat on.
The glute guy.
I didn't have my hard hat on yet.
Hard hat?
Yeah, for all the name dropping. Oh.
But I talked to him for a while. He's the night owl of fitness or something. That's what he called himself, the owl of fitness. And then so whenever I saw him, I was like, whoo, whoo, whoo. So if you're listening,
he's all over the T-Nation.
Well, he's just all over the internet.
The internets.
Yeah. And
with words.
And he's the editor for the Personal Training Quarterly, and we talked, and I actually just submitted my first actual professional piece to that site. Through the National Strength and Conditioning Association. So that's in the peer-reviewed process right now.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Can you give our listeners a little inkling into what it is about, the topic possibly?
Yeah, it's about
or is it top secret?
No, it's not. I can say a little bit, but it's about the scope of practice of the personal trainer. So I kind of started out how personal trainers can become more evidence-based and evaluate claims. And then I actually had 2 co-authors. Put your hard hat back on.
Oh boy.
It was with Nick Timonello and Spencer Nadolski. So Nick's also a trainer. I had him talk about how it's more like for trainers, you're working around injuries to get a training effect, rather than you're not like a physical therapist trying to fix injuries when to refer out to a PT. And then Spencer's a doctor, so he talked about like what kind of like basic medical, or like he actually kind of talked about reasons why like your clients aren't progressing, medical reasons, but then basically things you can look out for to make a referral to a medical doctor. And I talked about kind of like the nutrition and like psychology aspect of it. And what else did I talk about? Oh my goodness. I talked about nutrition, psychology, and then I talked about programming. I talked about programming because that's like the main, like putting together an exercise program for somebody is like our main job. So that's kind of like what that was about. So I'm excited. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, that's really cool. I did not know that.
You
I was not aware.
Yeah. And then, I mean, the conference was sweet. If anything, just to hang out with people that are like that. I had a Predator flex
Share
off
ideas.
with Tony, Gentle Horror.
Predator
Did
drones?
No, Predator like Dylan.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw it. Yeah,
It was good.
I had a flashback. It was great. You
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
They got you pushing pencils. That sounded nothing like, I don't know.
They got you pushing the pencils.
That was a French man.
Yeah, I know. I tried to take what you did and make it worse.
What you pushing it with the cheese and the wine? That's so bad. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
All 0 French people listening.
Yeah.
We apologize.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We promote social responsibility and social accountability here on the IronCast. So if we do something wrong or say something wrong, we're the first ones to admit it and say
Wag
we
your
are
finger
sorry.
at us.
Yeah, this is your opportunity to wag. This is the 3rd installment of Wag Your Finger.
Yep.
This one is actually the crowd response, so you guys can wag right now.
Wag.
Yeah, so
Give 'em a
this
second.
whole entire time you should be wagging. If you're not, now
Start.
3, 2, 1.
Wag.
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 Good.
Okay.
All right, continue.
So, okay. So then we came back, and I guess the next big thing was I was in California. California.
You have no idea how many songs just went through my head
Yeah.
because I wanted to sing all of them. I had a few Katy
I'm
Perry
going-
ones that came in.
yeah.
I had Tupac, California Love.
I'm going back to Cali.
Oh, did we just make a mashup?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's great. Yeah, so I went to California, and I had to get up at 3 o'clock for my flight, which was marvelous. And as soon as I got out there, I got my rental car. I was listening to...
What were you driving?
It was a compact car. I don't know what it was called.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I
know.
was hoping you'd get like a Ferrari or something. 'Cause
No.
that would be awesome.
Yeah, it would have been, but I'm not rich. Far from it.
Far, yes, yeah. I hear you.
So,
Preaching to the choir, brother.
So I drove all the way from San Diego to Riverside, which is 2 hours away, which is where I did an internship way back 2 years ago. Not way back, but I got to see one of the coaches that I used to work with. So we hung out for a little while, and that's like where my cousin's husband works.
Nice.
So I saw him there too, and then that's who I stayed with. So, yeah,
Nice having connections.
Just having connections. So I went back to the house. I got to see my little cousins. Oh, we're getting so old.
How old are they?
5 and 3. 5 and 3. Yeah.
When was it? You saw them 2 years ago?
I saw him a year and a half. No, I saw him a year ago in Vermont, but
Okay, that's
But
still a lot. At that age, so
Yeah.
much changes.
Yep. So they were good, and I hadn't been out in California for a year and a half though. But it's funny. It's still that because I stayed there for like 2.5 months, or it was like 2 months. But I mean, it just feels like you never leave. I don't know.
Yeah, oh man, it's been a while. It's been 26 years since I've been to California
Nice.
because I've never been to
Were you-
California.
But yeah, and the next day, I went to the gym. Obviously,
Avi.
I met some friends. Some guy was deadlifting, and it was like 495. And obviously, I had to talk to him. I'm just like, hey, bro, you train? And then like, it turns out he's like a coach at his own gym, and he's like, yeah, next time you come out, come to the gym. I'm like, yeah, definitely. So he did like powerlifting too, and then just talked to these 2 other girls because I was squatting. They were squatting, and I make friends squatting and deadlifting. So I'm convinced that I'll never be lonely if there's a gym in my life. If there's no gym in my life, I will be alone.
Yeah.
Like, why
You'll
does
be a
anyone want to
hermit.
hang out with me? Where's the gym? And then that day, what else did I do? I went to a park. It's called Lake Skinner. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful lake.
Yeah, didn't you make that like your cover photo or
I
something?
put a picture up there.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
I
beautiful.
saw that. It was very nice.
It was. It's serene.
It's very.
Yeah. I read a book. It was good.
Really?
Yeah, I was reading.
Interesting. What did you
It
read?
was a book about Abraham Lincoln.
What was it called?
It's Team of Rivals, like the
Oh,
political
okay.
genius of Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, my wife was about to buy a book about Abraham Lincoln the other day, and I don't think she actually ended up buying it. So we looked at the line, and we were just like, oh, we don't want to wait in line.
So she stole it.
2 times.
Nice.
Actually, my wife didn't steal anything. But there's a funny story, but I don't want to talk about it on here.
You can tell me later.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. Anyways, you were saying Abraham Lincoln, you met him. He was cool.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
I read the book.
I'm just trying to get some good audio clips for people, that we can
Justin
put together.
Kampf confirmed for meeting Abraham Lincoln. So I was at the park and I found a time machine.
No big deal.
No, MBD. And I went in the time machine and I typed in...
Abraham Lincoln.
No, it's the year. You can't just type in Abraham Lincoln because that's a whole span of time.
Yeah, and it can take you to any time as long as he's alive.
I want to have some specificity, like in this book he gave some pretty great speeches I'd want to be at.
So you want to type in the Gettysburg?
There was a
right
speech
then and
that
there?
was so eloquent that even the reporters
cried.
No, they didn't cry. They didn't record it because they were so captivated.
Wow.
And it's like the lost speech. Fun history fact of the day.
I would like to read more about that. That's actually interesting.
You can't because they didn't record it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
Did people try to after the fact he talked
Oh
about
my
this?
god, this was great. Because that's how they all talk.
They all updated their statuses.
Yeah,
on
on Facebook. Abe killed it.
Can't tell you what he said, but it was awesome.
Hashtag should have been there. Okay.
Oh boy.
Okay. But then,
This is the best one yet.
it's great. I went to Venice Beach. I didn't lift there. I'd lifted there before. It wasn't impressive. It's rusty. I think I'm up on my tetanus shot, but I didn't want to risk it.
Yep.
So, there's so many goofy people in Venice Beach.
Oh, I bet. That's Muscle Beach, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So without even, I want to keep it PG. So I'm not even gonna go into what I saw on this boardwalk.
Oh boy.
It was terrifying.
Oh, I bet.
But anyways, and then I went to Palm Springs, where I got to talk to, it was mostly high school kids and some college kids too. I just got to talk about what I do for a job. I got to talk about why exercise is so awesome and important. And then we got to talk about the screening process and the coaching process for teaching or for a squat. So that was
Nice.
fun. Yeah.
Nice.
I think it
That's
was well
awesome.
received.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did any of them get your information to talk to you later?
One person did.
That's
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
That shows initiative.
Initiative is great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You need to have it.
Otherwise, you don't.
If you don't have it, you don't have it.
Exactly. End of story.
But
Why
that-
are we still talking about it?
I don't know. That's kind of, that kind of is my last 6 weeks in a nutshell. No, this is me in a nutshell. Help.
I'm in
How
a
is this
nutshell.
bloody big nutshell so nutty? Austin Powers. I didn't quote it directly, but
We get the
yeah.
Oh, a little lower.
How does that feel,
Feel,
baby? Nice.
It's funny how I think Dumb and Dumber and Austin Powers have actually shaped my vocabulary of what I think is funny.
Yeah.
There's a couple other movies here and there, but I'm pretty sure because I saw them in such a formative time of my life
Yeah.
that a lot of the things I say and a lot of the things that I think are funny are because of those movies. Which I'm proud
It's
of Dumb and
perfectly
Dumber.
okay.
Dumb and Dumber is an American classic. It's going to go down as one of the greatest movies of all time if it isn't considered already. Austin Powers maybe not so much, but it's still...
It's a classic to me.
It is a classic. It is, definitely. So my last 6 weeks... Cricket. No, we haven't really done too much. I mean, it's been... I'm sure we have. We've been all over for
Long
family
Island,
stuff.
Long
Yeah,
Island.
family stuff. With my migraines, that, like I said earlier, that's an entire other episode. I've been having a slew of health issues. Unfortunately, two of my favorite things in life to do, I held up two fingers as if to show the microphone two things
They
to
must know.
verify visually and verbally.
You're a hand talker.
Yes, I'm a hand talker, even to microphones.
Yeah.
And as I point to the microphone, I can't stop. Won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But yeah, apparently for me, two of my triggers for my migraines are exercise and looking at a computer screen. So for me, typing up articles, can't do it. Can't read articles, no research for me. My eyes get all crazy, like even just looking at my phone for too long. It starts giving me a really, really bad headache. And then fitness, I can go out for nice, easy, long walks, and I can go for nice, easy jogs. But if my intensity gets anything above like a 5 or a 6 on a scale of 10, my neck gets all jacked up, and then my migraines just crush me. They're debilitating. My face goes numb. My left arm goes numb. I puke. It's awful. It's some of the worst experiences of my life. Like, honestly, it's worse than some injuries I've gotten. Like when I broke my hand last summer.
Yeah, you've had a crappy year.
Yeah, I have. Oh, no, that is not true. Health-wise, yes.
Yes,
I have
health-wise.
had the worst year of my entire life.
You had a baby, that's
I had
good.
a baby and I got married in the last year. I can honestly say this has
So it's been really crappy.
no, not at all. No, this has been one of the best years of my life in terms of socially and emotionally, but in terms of health, this has been SHIT.
So we're like opposites.
We are opposites. Wait, you're not... Are you depressed?
No.
Do I need to turn off the mic?
Not right
Do we
now.
need to talk about stuff?
No, that's
Do you want to cuddle?
I don't.
I
I don't want to. It's one of my... No.
No. Okay. You're not a cuddler?
Not with you.
Oh.
It's just your beard, that's all.
I barely have one right now.
Yeah, right.
I shaved a couple days ago.
Yeah, which means it's a full-grown wolfman beard.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's my current status. But I'm obviously happily married. I love my wife. I love my daughter. So even though health-wise right now I'm not where I want to be, got a little extra,
Cookie pouch.
a little more to love right now,
For
so to speak.
not being able to exercise, you're fine.
Well, thank you.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's one of those things where I will not say I'm depressed, because I know people who've been depressed, and I am not that whatsoever. But it is very disheartening when my two favorite things in life to do, like activity-wise, doing computer design work, writing, reading, can't do it. Fitness, exercise, can't do it. So it's just like,
Yeah, that's
damn it. So, oh well. I mean, I'm taking plenty of steps to get better, get over it. I'm seeing specialists and whatnot. I know my nephew actually had to have surgery. He had like a buildup of fluid in a subsection of his brain,
Yeah.
and because of that, it was actually pushing his brain out into his skull and
Wow.
compressing it. So he was having extremely bad migraines, similar to what I'm having.
Yeah.
And he would have headaches all day, every day, similar to what I have. So they actually had to go in, drill a hole, and let that fluid drain
Wait,
out.
nephew, or you said nephew?
Mm.
Or like related to you, or related to...
Related to somebody, related to my stepmom.
Okay, so
not blood related.
blood
No,
related, okay.
no.
Okay.
But it's actually really scary, because a lot of the things that he's described, I have the similar symptoms. So
Yeah.
that was kind of the kick in my butt. Okay, going to see a neurologist now,
Yeah.
because that's scary stuff.
Yeah.
Whew, so you went to California.
I know, like everyone's bummed now. They're
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna do it again. Yeah.
So,
I mean that. Yeah, it was good.
this is like the most intimate, not romantically intimate, but like emotionally intimate podcast we've
going
had.
into our lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you now know Justin and I on a deeper level.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like if we met in person, you'd be like, I know you.
I haven't given it
know
all
who you
away
are.
yet, though.
No,
I'm like an onion.
You're like.
I'll make you cry if you talk. Make you cry if you talk to me.
I was gonna say you're like a poker hand.
Yeah.
You've got your river card, and you've got the other cards that are face up. I don't know poker.
No.
But you do
You
have
clearly
two,
do not
you
know
do,
poker.
You do have 2 cards that you always keep hidden until you show them at the end.
Yeah.
This metaphor really
It's not
kind of
working.
fell
It's
apart,
bad.
huh? Yeah.
It's bad. But
Yeah. So did we want to talk about anything fitness related today?
no.
No?
Not
Okay.
at all.
So, you know what we should do? We should cut this up into like 6 parts and just do one part every week for the next 6. No, that wouldn't be fun. Then we wouldn't get to hang out and do this.
We'll talk about fitness next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Oh, did we want to call anybody out this week?
We called out a lot
We
of
still-
people
we
last
still-
time, and they didn't get back to us.
No. John Cena's people got to us and said never to mention his name again. So we will not mention John Cena ever
We just
again.
did though.
Oh crap!
starting now.
Starting now, we will
Who
never
else did we
mention
call
John
out?
Cena. Shoot! I don't remember. Somebody. The F average guy. What is his name? The big scary dude
Yeah.
who bench
Yup,
presses
it's
lots and lots of weight.
The guy that had a heart attack.
Oh, what
Why
is
can't I
his-
think of his name?
I can see his face.
I see his
barking at
face
me.
right now.
See that
It's
monster
oh my God.
beard.
This is terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Everyone was like all about him like a little while ago. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Microphone.
Yeah. Wow.
You did it too.
No, I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, but I don't know what his.
I could do an easy Google search and find out, but I don't want to.
Absolutely. I'm drawing a blank. Forget about it. It's in the past.
Okay,
Hakuna
it is
Matata.
in the past. What
Yeah.
a wonderful phrase.
I don't know. I think that might be it.
I want to say there might have been 1 or 2 others, but who cares? I'm over it.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another edition to the IronCast. I am your host, Colin Wilson,
I am Justin Kampf.
and we appreciate you guys checking us out. Please continue to check out all of our podcasts. Give our website a visit, please, at www.bloodandiron315.com. We've got tons and tons of fitness articles on there. We've got different workouts for you guys to try. A lot of great resources, references, whatnot. So give it a shot. Research. Lots of great information on there. So if you haven't checked it out already, please do. Tell your friends. Get on there. Justin now is doing online programming. Maybe that's something we can talk about.
I'll have to.
next-
Well, once we get something like
yeah, a little
down.
something.
Yeah.
So that's something to
Couple
look forward
weeks.
to, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so if you haven't seen it, check it out. We might be doing a video series coming up. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while. I mentioned
We
it.
have to.
We have
I'm
to
more
talk
free
about
now.
it. You are more free now.
Yeah.
So a lot of good things coming in this summer. We're gonna try to get headway on a lot of new projects. So keep your eyes open. Keep checking back, and we appreciate all of our listeners. So thank you very much, and for Justin and myself.
Good night and Godspeed. That was Richard Nixon. He came out of the time machine.
Oh, right. Okay. Peace.